Picture this. You are at a nice restaurant in Brazil and decide to invite a Brazilian friend to join you. A few seconds later, your phone buzzes and fechou. Wait, what? You know that fechar means to close, but the restaurant isn't closed. You are standing right there. So what just happened? If you translate that word directly from English, you'll be completely confused. Today you'll learn seven everyday Brazilian Portuguese expressions that native speakers use all the time. Let's start from the beginning. A few minutes after having texted you, your friend finally arrives. He's a little late. You ask if everything's okay and he says,
É que eu fiquei preso no trânsito.
instead of always explaining things with porque, because, Brazilians very often use é que. É que. Think of it as the thing is or it's just that. Repeat. É que. É que. So, again, por que você se atrasou tanto?
É que eu fiquei preso no trânsito.
He also told you that his sister would come, but she's not there. You can ask him. A sua irmã não vem? Por quê?
É que ela disse que tá muito cansada.
Simple and natural, but that's just the beginning. The next expression is one you'll probably hear on your first day in Brazil. Well, before your friend arrived, you were starting to wonder if he would ever come. When you saw him, you smiled and said, "Oh, ainda bem que você chegou. Ainda bem que você chegou." So, ainda bem, literal translation, still well, but real meaning, thank goodness. Luckily. Ainda bem. Repeat. Ainda bem. Ainda bem que você chegou.
Ainda bem.
Another example. Ainda bem que não está chovendo. You're both hungry. You walk inside, sit down, and open the menu.
Que tal pizza hoje?
Before you think about an answer, what would a Brazilian probably say? Most learners answer with sim. Perfectly correct. But if you want to sound more like a Brazilian, say pode ser. Pode ser. Pode ser means something like sounds good, sure, that works. You may even hear different pronunciation in fast speech. It could be pode, pode ser, or pode ser, pode ser, pode ser. I think this is the one I say most frequently. Pode ser,
Que tal pizza hoje?
pode ser,
Vamos pedir uma sobremesa depois?
pode ser,
Que tal cheesecake?
pode ser. Dinner is going great. Then your friend tells you something unexpected. Someone from work suddenly quit. Oh, naturally, you wanna know why. Por quê? Porque o Davi se demitiu. Your friend shrugs.
Vai saber.
He doesn't know why. Vai saber.
Vai saber.
Será que ele conseguiu outro trabalho? Será que ele conseguiu outro trabalho?
Sei lá.
He doesn't know. So both expressions, vai saber and sei lá, simply mean who knows? Beats me. Vai saber. Sei lá. By the way, depending on your tone, sei lá may sound even a little indifferent, like, sei lá. Let's see some other examples. Você sabe se aconteceu alguma coisa na empresa?
Vai saber.
Quem será que ficou no lugar dele?
Sei lá.
Well, a little later, dinner is over. You had a great time with your friend. Your friend smiles and says,
Obrigado pelo convite.
how would you answer? For the love of fluency, don't say de nada. Huh? Yes, I'm being a little or a lot dramatic. An expression that instantly makes you sound much more like a Brazilian is imagina. Imagina.
Obrigado pelo convite.
Imagina.
Ai, desculpe o atraso.
Imagina. Imagina literally means imagine, but as you can see here, it's equivalent to don't even mention it. Imagina. So compared with de nada, imagina feels friendlier, more relaxed, and much more conversational. Now it's time to leave. Before saying goodbye, you and your friend decide to meet again next week. Vamos nos encontrar no sábado que vem? Your friend smiles and says,
Fechou.
now the mystery from the beginning of the class finally makes sense. Literally, fechou means closed, the past tense of to close. Fechou. But when Brazilians say it as a response to an invitation, nobody's talking about doors. No. It simply means deal. It's a deal. Agreed. Fechou. Vamos nos encontrar no sábado que vem?
Fechou.
Então combinamos assim. Fechou?
Fechou.
If you have learned at least one new expression in today's lesson, hit the like button. It really helps the channel. Now I have a question for you. Brazilians, help us out here. What other expressions can mean fechou in Brazilian Portuguese? Write in the comments. I read every single one. Now, if you want to master how to react like a Brazilian, click here for your next lesson and I'll see you there. Fechou?